That's why I have a saying. I always say make it translate. Like even for other trainers now, you watch on Instagram, they do 96 moves at a cone or something like that. You're not really going to get that too much in the game. So just whatever you, like I tell kids, like if you don't work out with me, I don't care. But whoever you work out with, just make sure it translates to your game. Don't just go there for likes and like the videos or whatever. Just make sure it translates to your game. You do that in the game. If you're not a scorer, what are you doing 90, all this? You're not going to do that in the game. There's a reason to do it. You know what I mean? So, shirts coming soon. If women's workouts, make it translate. It's coming soon. Don't take my shirt.
Make it translate. Stamp.
Yo. We are back.
It's the gang.
It is This Side of Jersey podcast, the #1 podcast in the world.
Stamped, big stamp.
Stamped. I am one of your two amazing hosts. My name is Steven. I go by Ugly Steven on Instagram.
It's your boy I Robinson 03 _ all platforms.
And behind the scenes, we have Vintage Sense 2 _ and OG _Bs _. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe at TSOJ Podcast. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, be sure to follow and download at TSOJ Podcast. Now, we have a very, very special guest that we are very excited to sit down and talk with.
Very great job.
But before we get into that, we need to get into our layup lines. For those who do not know, Layup Lines is a segment where we like to get our guests really loose, get the juices flowing, get the shoulders loose, make everybody happy and creative and ready to talk. All right? So, you got 24 on the shot clock?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, contestant, are you ready?
Here you go.
Are you ready? All right. Tell me when to go.
Let's go.
Steph or CP?
Wow. Start off like that. Steph.
Bron or Jordan?
Bron.
Coach or train?
Train.
10 assists or 30 points?
10 assists.
Pick and pop or pick and roll?
Pick and roll.
Nike or Adidas?
See what's on my feet, man. Nike.
Morning workout or PM workout?
Get it over with. Morning workout.
Darius Garland or LaMelo Ball?
Darius Garland.
South Jersey hoops or North Jersey hoops?
That sucks. I have to say North Jersey.
Wow.
I mean, South Jersey. No, yeah, I got to say North Jersey is better than South Jersey in basketball.
Wow. Okay.
South Jersey has the best team.
Yeah.
But North Jersey
breeds better players.
Yeah, I can say that.
Okay. All right. I like it. I want to ask this last one though because
I was going to say.
I think Tay was pretty passionate about this one. Yeah. 96 Bulls or the 17 Warriors?
17 Warriors. That team is talent wise.
Okay. That's the KD team.
Right?
Yeah, that's the KD team. Yeah. Okay.
I don't care what Michael. I don't care what all them old people talk about.
Okay. You are a Bronner over Jordan though. There's some emotional. I can tell there's some emotions involved.
No, so my GOAT would be Jordan for sure. And it was just I was just in that 24
type shit. Yeah.
I got caught up in that, but I would take Jordan over Bron. But I love Bron, man. I'll take Bron second for sure.
Okay.
Second for sure.
I recently transitioned to the Jordan side because of him, and he kind of he positioned it like he was like How did you position it? He was like I'm gonna give you a resume. No, you give me one resume.
I gave you one resume, and I asked you if that was a Hall of Fame player, and you said yeah, and that was the gap between LeBron and Jordan. That resume.
So that gap was a Hall of Fame player.
Correct.
My thing is, I don't know if
it was obviously like accolades.
The only biggest thing with that is this that LeBron's doing this. What is he on year 45 now?
Yeah.
And he's still averaging like 27 right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my.
This was me trying to be objective.
That's my biggest thing about Bron. It was just like year 20 is like it's still
it's
oh my
crazy,
goodness.
It's insane.
You know what I mean? So
Objectively speaking, though, it is Michael Jordan.
I'm a
like no feelings involved. He's the greatest.
I think it's two conversations.
I still don't think Mike played as many. I don't want to say Hall of Famers. Can't say Hall of Famers, but like real good players as LeBron did, like in championships and all that. Like he had. I don't know. Who's another two guard other than Jordan?
So I had that.
Joe Dumars?
I think like
me?
Clyde Drexler.
Clyde Drexler.
I mean, I like Clyde Drexler. Like, I mean, Hall of Famer, no disrespect.
Yeah.
But Clyde Drexler, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu, Kawhi. You want to keep
Elites.
going?
Yeah,
You want to keep going?
Elite.
Got Giannis now.
Dirk.
Now we got Giannis. Yeah, Dirk. Like,
Okay.
let's really sit and think about it. But Jordan is just that killer, man. The killer is everything.
Yeah.
Killer is everything.
All right. I can get down with that. All right, man. As you can see, our next guest, man, he has opinions.
Yes, I do.
He has opinions.
I have a lot of them.
Our next guest, man, he is a basketball trainer. He is a coach. He is a former player. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Williams is here. Thank you for being here, sir. How you feel, bro?
I feel good, man.
We appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, for sure.
4
We
o'clock
appreciate you
Cowboys.
being here. Indeed.
Green Bay. Oh, we
Yeah.
already smoked y'all.
He's one of those.
Sit over there. Keep that Giants over there.
He said he's one of those. So, man, listen, man, we obviously know you as a friend first, obviously. But for those who do not know you, let's paint the picture a little bit so they know what we're getting into, right? So kind of paint the picture of the upbringing, the hometown, where it all started.
Okay, well, this would be brand new to everyone. So half of the world thinks I'm from Camden, half of the world thinks I'm from Pennsauken. I'm not from neither one of them. Yeah,
I was shocked to hear this too.
I'm from Cherry Hill, Merchantville area.
Man, shout out Merchantville. Shout out. Yeah,
That's that borderline.
Shout it out. So if people know me from being younger, I used to be at Merchantville courts all the time, playing the Merchantville courts, and I used to live down the street. That's why I used to be there all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, from the whole Pennsauken situation, Pennsauken started with me. So I went to Cherry Hill schools all growing up. Elementary school, I went to Clara Barton. People probably won't know what that is.
I have no idea what that is or where that is.
And then middle school, I went to a school called Carusi, which is in Cherry Hill too. People
No,
probably won't
Carusi.
know what that is either.
We played
But
Carusi.
Pennsauken Middle, yeah, I had 50 on y'all. Remember that? So in middle school, I had 50.
This interview gonna be full of that, by the way.
Chill.
It's gonna be full of look.
Yeah. We not gonna keep.
I had 50 on Pennsauken Middle.
Oh man, y'all acting crazy.
But
man.
yeah. So after that, after middle school and all that, I went to Bishop Eustace, so which is in Pennsauken, I guess if you.
Wow, I didn't know you went to
Yeah, I went to
Eustace.
Bishop Eustace for 1 year. I would say I got kicked up out of there, man. It was just a hard school. Man.
Okay.
It was tough. It was.
Why was it tough?
They have a grading scale, different grading scale than everybody else. So 70, I wanted to say it was like a 72 was like an F.
Damn.
Yeah, and I kept getting 72s.
Oh, that's how our school is
It's
too.
crazy. Like I kept getting 71s and 72s, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I figured if I go transfer somewhere, 71, I'm passing. I'm good. I'm gonna go make it. I'm gonna go make it where I gotta make it.
So instead of doing better, it's like I can just do this.
No, it's
I'm
not
outta
even
here.
like, to tell you the truth, like I mean, man, I was trying. I'm not gonna front. Like the work was a little harder than, especially Pennsauken High. It was harder than Pennsauken High. So I was trying, but you know what I mean, I guess I wasn't the sharpest tool in the joint. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm good to admit that. So after that, I transferred to Pennsauken High. Never lived in Pennsauken. But I used to catch the bus from my Cherry Hill house. My Cherry Hill house was right on the borderline of Pennsauken and Cherry Hill. So it was a bus like right up the street from me. They used to come pick us up. And then when I started playing basketball for Pennsauken High, they started doing those little investigation things. Like
Yeah, you started looking into that shit.
Yeah. So they used to follow me home, and so I went and moved with my uncle. My uncle lives in Pennsauken, so I went and moved with him. Used to catch the bus from his house and all that. So when they stopped investigating me, I went back to Cherry.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, man. I mean,
So where would you say your basketball career was most prominent? You would say that was in Pennsauken.
Pennsauken, for sure.
Pennsauken,
For sure.
okay. All right, nice.
I mean, like growing up playing, I would say I got my toughness and everything from Camden, like playing in the my aunt used to live on 38th and Mitchell. And there used to be Sprite courts right there. You used to call them the Sprite courts. And it's the Ralph Williams Park. So now they have like 4 rims up there. You know, those triple rims.
Yeah, shit hard.
But the Sprite courts had double rims, but they were good. And they used to come out there and play. You know, you get roughed up, you know, fights, whatever you got to do. And I would say I got my toughness from there. But playing and everything, yeah, Pennsauken for sure.
Wow. Yeah. So were you seeing at that age, were you seeing the difference in playing with like an aggression, playing with a purpose playing with culture, and then were you exposed to kids who were not exposed to that but were just as good as you? Like, say a kid who grew up in the suburbs wasn't playing.
I don't think I got that part until AAU. Okay. Like, you'll see kids that are from the suburbs but are good, but just don't have like that dog in them or something like that, and you would figure like if they had that dog, that next step would be there for them. If you get what I mean. So yeah, I didn't really get that until like AAU. Even with high school, yeah, you can say that. Even with high school, yeah, some of those kids were like when you catch those Cherokees, you catch those like
Shawnees and shit like that.
It was players that were good, but they might not have had that dog to put them over the edge.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, for sure.
Where did Bad Boy start?
That is the question of
when did that start?
PYA football.
Oh, football.
Shout out Aunt Trudy. If y'all know who Wendell is, that's Wendell's mom. Shout out her. It's crazy. It started from like it's very simple, but it ended up being, I guess, bigger than bigger than life.
That's how I found out.
So it was like, so I used to play football. A lot of people say I was way better in football than I was in basketball, which is I was pretty good in basketball, so I had to be good in football. You know, you never really notice until like afterlife, like until like now.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, y'all used to be all right.
Tough.
So, I was running a touchdown, and simple as put, she was like, yo, that's a bad boy.
Wow.
It's crazy, right? Yeah, simple as put, that's a bad boy. And then come off the field, next thing you know, bad boy. I'm like, and it just stuck with me.
Right.
I'm 32 years old now, and I'm still a bad boy. Right? Call me bad man.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I always wanted to know where Bad Boy came from, yo. Because that's how I was introduced to you. Like,
real simple, man. Yeah. And I had my troubles as a kid, you know what I mean? So it all blended in, kind of, so, you know, fighting and
fit the script,
stealing and doing all types of crazy stuff. You know how that goes.
That's so crazy because I don't see you as that. I see you as the most chill. Like,
no, yo, I've matured a whole lot. You know?
Okay.
And it's not even because of like me having a child now or anything like that, but like over the years, man, I've been like when I was in college, I was wild, but yeah, man, I just feel like it's just more to life than just keep acting crazy. And, you know what I mean?
Like life will humble you at some point.
Sure.
I want to live. There's too many people out here. I want to live for a little bit. You know
Facts.
what I mean? So there's too many people dying right now. So
For sure.
I don't even want to get caught up in all that.
When do you think you realized that though? Because I feel like as long as I've known you, you've been pretty collected. Like you know what I mean?
See,
like,
I was like wild in high school.
Okay, so like younger days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to say like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, that's a good question. I don't know. I think one day it just hit me, man. Like, yo, grow the fuck up. Man. Hey, grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? You get responsibilities. You get out on your own.
Yeah.
You got rent. You got car payments. You gotta get up and get to it. You ain't got no time to be trying to fight nobody every day or whatever you're trying to do. So, yeah, I think maybe to answer your question, I think maybe when I got out on my own and I had to fend for myself. So, yeah.
You've also seen a lot. Like you said, you grew up in multiple places, damn near. So it's like, you know what I mean? You saw a lot.
Yeah, I've seen
spectrum.
Yeah, I've seen everything you could think of, kind of, sort of. And I think that would be a part that humbles you, too, to the point where, like, I've seen the good, I've seen the bad. You always want the good. Mm-hmm. So when you're in that bad, it humbles you enough to try to get to that good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you don't want to be in that bad for too long. So you just, you try to flip. You got to flip stuff. Sometimes you lose friends. Sometimes you lose shit. Sometimes you lose it all to go get to where you want to get to. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So briefly touch on that transition to high school, from high school to college, playing.
Like playing?
Yeah. And even experiencing it, you said.
So I explain this too, and I'm going to go further into this as I talk, but I'm going to just bring it first. I explain this to a lot of my clients, like when I train my guards. Mm-hmm. So there's not a lot of coaches in college, especially like high level and stuff like that want, I would even say 5'11", maybe 6 foot. 6 foot and under guys is just scoring 30. Right. Like you got to figure out a way to get your team involved. You got to figure. So my transition from high school, I was averaging like 25 or something like that, 25, 26 at Pensacola High, and then I'm 5 foot on a good day, 5'8", 5'7" on a good day. So when I was going into college, me trying to score the ball at 5'8" ain't going to work in there with 2 6'9". So you got to figure out a way to contribute to the team. Yeah, I mean, assist, running the team, leadership, talking, and all that. Right. So I try to explain that to my guys, like people that are averaging 30 now in high school, you're not going to average 30 in college. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Unless you're, a DJ Wagner or something like that. You know what I mean? That you're going to college, like you're going somewhere to score. Like most of the people you got to be point guards, man. Point guards make money, man. We're watching Jalen Brunson right now. Point guards make money, man. They make money. Wow. Everything ain't scoring, man. It ain't.
How hard was that to learn when you
That transition sucked.
Okay.
And that's what I think that's a part that I try to teach the kids that I train now. That's what the part that fucked me up. Because I just thought I could outscore everybody. Like when I was in high school, I outscored everybody. If I lost a game, I bet you I outscored their next person, their best player or whatever. So the transition really happened for me I went to prep school. So I went from Pensacola High to a school called Apex Academy. Okay. And that's where the transition happened. So I went from averaging 25, whatever it was at Pensacola High. And then I played with 2 guys in the NBA, Mars twins.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
One plays for the Clippers, one plays for the Nets now, Keith and Mook. So with them two, do you think I can score 25 points? I can't score 25 points with them. I got to get them the ball. Right. They're the main attraction. So, and I had another guy named Chris Martin, which is one of my best friends now. He was my wing. He's a shooter. So I got to find a way to get him involved. So I went from averaging like 25 to maybe about, I want to say like 12 and 12 in prep school. And we were number like 3 in the country. Ended up losing to Tyreek Evans, guy who used to be in the NBA, American Christian. So we ended up losing to them.
He was like number 1 in the year, number 1 in the country at the time, right?
Yeah. So we ended up losing to them. Played them on ESPN actually. Ended up losing to them, and yeah, man. And then after that, I was just like, this has to work for me. I can't, even though I know I can score, but it's just. It gets tougher, man. I mean, Pensacola High, the level of players I played at Pensacola High isn't the level of players I'm going to play in college. Right. You know what I mean? So when you get the better players, you got to find ways to get them the ball. That's just like me walking on the floor and being like, LeBron James is on the floor and like, I'm not giving you the ball.
It's like, how can
I'm going to go score 25, not LeBron James. What? Yeah. You just paid this man $200 million. You better give him the ball. You're going to sit your ass down. Find a way to get him the ball. You're going to sit your ass down. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's funny. So I'm assuming now you've developed an appreciation for guards who are more pass first, maybe, or just even have the ability to.
Yes, yeah. I've always had that appreciation. I have appreciation for small guards. Okay. Like I said, when I said the 5'11" and under, it's only about like 5 or 6. I can give you probably like 5, maybe even 4 that really scored it at the NBA level. Like Isaiah Thomas, like I love that. I played against Isaiah Thomas. I love this game. Okay. He was just a scorer, but that's like a 1 in a million type of dude. Right. You can even go like Earl Boykins. He ain't scored the ball. Like he was small. But Webb didn't really score the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like Chris Paul doesn't really score the ball. If he scores the ball if he needs to. Mm-hmm. That's what I try to teach my point guards now. Okay. If you're trying to give the ball to somebody and they're off and you have the ability to do it, go do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But your first motion is to get that whoever that star player is, like open shots or the best shot that they can get, kind of sort of. And play defense. Point guards play defense.
So does that turn into a game where point guards can be getting the short end of the stick in terms of like, what if you are a scoring point guard and then it goes wrong and you morph into this like?
Yeah, so I'm not necessarily saying you can't be a scoring point guard. I'm not saying that, but it's just tough. I'm just saying if you want to get to the highest level, it's just
if you're
tough.
Small too.
Yes, that's what I'm only talking about. Small. Nah, it's point guards that can score the ball for sure. I'm only talking about small point guards. It's tough to play in, and I'm only talking about the highest level. It's tough to play in the NBA and be a small scoring. That's why I have so much appreciation for people that are underneath the basket. If you get what I mean, that score underneath the Kyrie. Yeah, stuff like, you know what I mean? The ways he scores, the ways Isaiah Thomas scores, the ways Chris Paul scores, used to score.
Craftiness.
The way Jalen scores. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. The way people score that are underneath the basket, I have appreciation for.
Word.
If you're just athletic and I can just jump over top of you, I don't think that I don't want to say it's not skill. Like, I don't want to say that. But
The smaller guys working with less.
Yes, yeah.
100%,
Giannis is just
100%.
dunking on everybody.
Right.
And I love Giannis to death. Like, I think Giannis is the best player in the NBA. But
we just had this conversation.
yeah, I think Giannis is the best player in the NBA. I like what I see from KD lately too, but I think Giannis is the best player in the NBA. But I'm not taking nothing away from him, bumping people and just dunking on people. I'm not taking nothing away but I think it takes more skill for Jalen to land on 2 feet, pump fake, step through to get a bucket than him just to bump and then dunk on somebody.
Dunk on somebody. At 6'11"
At
or
6'11",
something.
yeah. You're already probably taller than half of the people you're bumping anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So right after that, I mean, you talk about the transition, learning how to kind of get other people involved, transition that into the brief one-on-one. We're going to talk about something else, but you're getting into the one-on-one training, following your.
Oh, okay. So I'll break that down for you. It's a crazy story. A lot of people ask me this story, like how I got into training. So I was leaving college. My last college I went to 3 different schools. So the last college I went to was Stockton University. So I went from Division I to Division II to Division III. So I always tell kids, my clients, that I have the best view on everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you want to go Division I, I've been there. You want to go Division II, I've been there. Go Division III, I've been there. And I know now learning the ins and outs of everything is meaningful, if you get what I mean. So when I got done at Stockton, I was in a gym called Next Level, which is in close to Summerdale. Is I forgot what the real town is. It's like Summerdale. Yeah, Voorhees
type shit. Yeah.
Voorhees. I was in there playing in the men's league, and so I had a chance to go overseas to play Argentina, and I was working on getting an agent and all that. Got calls or whatever. So I'm playing in the men's league. It's crazy. So after the men's league, a guy named Omar Wellington, my guy, he used to run Next Level. He gives me his card. He's like, "Have you ever thought about training?" He was like, I was watched the whole game. I guess you can see people's IQ. You can see how everything's
The basketball
going.
mind, yeah.
So
facts.
he was like, he gave me his card. He's like, "You ever think about training?" And me, I was like, "Nah, I'm thinking about going overseas." So he was like, "Okay, just keep my card just in case something falls through, whatever." So it's crazy how life works. I have a deaf in my family. So who was it? That was my aunt. A very close aunt to me fucked me up. So I go into damn near depression not depression, but dark spot for a little bit. So gained the weight that I got now. I still haven't fucking lost that weight. So I get in there and it's funny. So I'm moving to another apartment that I was in, and I'm cleaning up my crib and I find his card. And I'm in a fucked up position, so I didn't go overseas. I don't have a job, working in and out of warehouses. You know how that goes. So I'm like, all right, I'm tired of this overnight shit, fucking my back up. You know what I mean, in these warehouses. So I call him. Next day, tells me come in, and he has this little girl comes in, and he's like, "Trainer." I'm like, "Bro, you didn't give me no idea how to do this and nothing." He was like, "No, just do it." So I remember seeing, stuff around, and I'm like, all right, let me try to mimic some stuff and just make sure she can make a layup,
right.
The basics first. And I did an hour session, and after she loved it. I thought it was terrible, but she loved it, and I'm like, oh shit. And next thing you know, it was $75. So I'm like, damn, I can get this for an hour. I'm like, oh, it's up. I was like, so at the time, Omar was training NBA players.
Okay.
So what I did was kind of try to be attached to his hip. I'm like, all right, if you need me to rebound or anything like that, just so I can learn the whole concept of it. And then with me learning the whole concept, and then with me having my own mind and the game evolving as it is, right. I just started studying basketball. And then you start, Omar was a very fundamental trainer. Okay. So he was 1-2 pull up. And now the game is you got to be able to shoot off of any foot. You got to go same hand, same foot. So I studied the game that way. They just, Omar just trained the way he knew how to train. Right. So I just tried to evolve it a little bit. So I'm like, I'm going to take little bits and pieces from the fundamental. Definitely need fundamentals. Right. But let me put my own little twist into it. So that's kind of how I started building. And funny, that's how I met Jalen. Omar was working out Jalen. This is Jalen's sophomore year at Villanova. And he's working out Jalen. I'm rebounding. So I'm watching the stuff he's doing. I'm like, okay. I'm getting cool with Jalen just because I'm always there rebounding. And is Jalen, like, I had the girl that came in from Omar, and then my next person was Jalen Brunson.
That's crazy. The jump is
So
crazy.
I went from rebounding, and then Omar like kind of got busy doing other stuff or whatever he was doing. And he used to call me like, "Yo, can you just work out Jalen for me?" And I'm like, "Shit, all right." And I started working out Jalen, and Jalen like started fucking with it. So after his junior year at Nova, he won National Player of the Year, and I've been on the ride ever since.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
Bro,
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
that's different.
But I've had like kids in between there, but like that jump from just a little girl that doesn't know anything about basketball to like a National Player of the Year, I just had to, I learned fast. You just had to learn fast, man. Just learn.
What was that reward like? So like you start training him and you're seeing it materialize into Player of the Year.
The reward?
Yeah, like what does that do for you? You said what?
$100 million.
But that's got to feel right. Like that's got to feel
be a part of that. That's,
like.
So my thing with Jay is like, all right, let's bring Jay in now. So my thing with Jay is like, I don't think coming from, he's been doubted his whole life. All right. So with him and like getting to know him, it's always been like he says this in all his interviews. It's always been like Jalen Brunson is good, but he's too small, but he's too slow, but. So when he went second round, I don't know, it's not too many National Player of the Years that go second round. All right, so he went second round. That was just fuel to the fire. So now he was like, I got to go in here and prove that I'm worthy to be in the NBA, basically. And with him, I don't know, man. I love that guy, man. I love that guy, man. Ugly as hell, but I love him, man. That's my guy. But yeah, man. Words really can't explain it. Like
that's fine.
for him to get $100 million, didn't nobody in the world think that. Probably but me in his circle. Everybody in his didn't nobody think that he was going to get $100 million. Second round pick, playing behind Luka, blah 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 blah. And then when Luka goes out, he goes and averages 32 or whatever he does. So, and then for me to see like stuff that we work on, him really do in the game and it works. That's
the reward.
I'll sit at home or I'll sit at Madison Square Garden and be like, okay, that's crazy.
That's fire.
We just did that yesterday.
That's fire.
That's crazy.
That's elite. Yeah.
That's why I have a saying. I always say make it translate. Like even for other trainers now, you watch on Instagram, they do 96 moves at a cone or something like that. You're not really going to get that too much in the game. So just whatever you, like I tell kids, like if you don't work out with me, I don't care. But whoever you work out with, just make sure it translates to your game. Don't just go there for likes and
like the highlight
videos or whatever. Just make sure it translates to your game. You do that in the game. If you're not a scorer, what are you doing 90? All this, you're not going to do that in the game. There's reason to do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, shirts coming soon. People in these workouts make it translate. It's coming soon. Don't take my shit.
It translates. Damn.
What would you say is the most what improvement or progress of Jalen's game are you most proud of?
Interesting. That's a good question. Yeah. So all right, I can break it down this way. So what I do is since I've been working with Jay for I want to say like 6 years now, something like that. Was he 5th year in the league? I think. Whatever. So I think around like 6 years. So when he got to the NBA, what I do is I look at his percentages. So I go off of percentages. So his field goal percentage, his 3-point percentage, free throw percentage. That's the 3 I go off of usually. And after 1 year, we'll sit. All right, you shot 48 from the field, 30 from 3, 79 from free throw line. Let's get them all up. Let's get in here and work and let's get them all up. So if you ever, like through the 4 years he was in Dallas, if you ever listen to the commentators, they always say every year he's getting better. So I think he ended at, I think those numbers might have been like close to right, like his first year that I just said. And I think he ended up being at like, I want to say like 82, 83 from the free throw line. I know he was at season high, he was at career highs for 3-point when he was in Dallas. I think he was at close to like 39 to 40. And he was around, it's him, no, it's LeBron, Giannis, and then him that have the best percentage inside that
Inside the paint.
the restricted line.
Wow.
Yeah,
At
and
the-
that's the
at
craziest.
rim.
That's the craziest stat I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't
Like,
know that.
so now you
That's
have
crazy.
people like Giannis, like Zion, the people that just live down there. He just goes down there, a little floater, you know,
Yeah.
footwork stuff.
Get
So for
people
him to be
up
third
off
in the
their
NBA
feet.
in that is amazing.
Very
we
elite.
work on a lot of touch shots and stuff like that. So yeah, but to answer your question, his percentages going up every year is like the pat on the back for me.
That's beautiful.
Getting better every year.
That's all. That's what it is. Training is trying to get somebody better than they were 1%, man. Trying to get somebody better than they were the day before.
Shout out Chris Takis, 1% better.
Oh, facts. Facts. Was that the moment where you realized training was what you were supposed to be doing? Was it with Jalen when you had that? Because I assume that when you had it with the girl, it wasn't as, I guess.
So Jay, don't get it fucked up at all. Like Jay was already good. So I have because his dad did the majority of the work. His dad set the foundation, and I just kind of like sprinkled in. Like I said before, his dad is more of a fundamental. So his dad was like Omar, the one I was talking about earlier. His dad's more like a fundamental trainer. Then you add me, sprinkle in all that, you know, step to the side, you know, all that crazy stuff. Now you have that player. You know what I mean? So I didn't do all that at all.
But I imagine it had. I'm talking about in terms of when you realize, like, oh shit, I'm a trainer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for you,
okay.
when you realize, like, okay, I'm supposed to be, like, I'm good at this. I want to do this all the time. Like,
I don't
this
think
is
it was with Jay. I think it was it's more so with the youth. And I can bring that up again. Like Jay was already good. Jay was like, I don't know if Jay would, like, I'm not gonna say I don't know if Jay would have did what he's doing now without me. I'm not gonna say that, but I think Jay would have been fine. Like, you know what I mean? He might not have got 100 million, but he would have got paid somehow. He might have got 60 or something like that. But when you see youth come in and then you see youth go out and be like tremendous in basketball, like they come into you, like start with you and be like, this kid isn't that good, but now they come in and put the work, and then you go see him play in like an AU tournament or something, like, God damn, this kid actually can be good. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that shows that I think I'm a decent trainer. I'm in the most humblest way. It's not even all the NBA players that I did or anything like that. They're in the NBA for a reason. I'm just a stepping stone. I'm just a sprinkle. I mean, I'll probably be with Jay probably for the rest of his life just because the whole family, yeah, like that's family now. But like all the other NBA players that I've had, I've just been a stepping stone. You know what I mean? I'm just here. I could teach you maybe this 1-2 things, and then you can go to another trainer. And like with Jay, it's like me and his dad are his only trainers. Like basically like his whole life. And Omar.
That's fire.
That is fire.
Like he's like I don't think he ain't going nowhere. At least not unless his dad gets mad at me or something, fires me or something. But I don't think he will. So
while we're here, just talk about your relationship with Rick and you know how that's transpired in a way.
That's my dog right there. That's my dog.
Shout out Coach Rick, man.
That's my dog, man.
He got a lot of energy, man. I remember seeing him on the sidelines when he was coaching.
Yeah, man.
He a good dude.
Every word is a curse word. Every other one.
He got a lot of energy.
But yeah, that's my dog, man. He So with him, with Rick, it's just crazy because and I'm never gonna say he's not wrong because he's wrong a lot. But like when it comes to like serious matters, he's never really wrong, man. Like he tells me something and it might not come true like right then and there, but maybe like a year or so. Like I've been with him I've known Rick for about 5-6 years too, and he could tell me something the first year I met him, and then it's just coming true now. Like damn, Rick told me that back in the day. Yeah, and the person that he is, man, he's a great guy, man. Great guy. A lot of people don't think so because they don't know him. They might just see the outside from the outside looking in. You got to know Rick. Like I know Rick, and he's a hell of a guy, man.
It's fire.
Yeah, hell of a guy.
What's his coaching style like?
So John Chaney. So John Chaney was like if you ever seen an interview with Rick or anything like that, John Chaney was like his dad. So his coaching style is just like him, yelling. He's very like, he'll yell at you, but he's very motivational. If you get what I mean. Like I always tell the kids, you gotta take what Rick is saying, not the way he's saying it. Yeah. You get what I mean? mean?
He's just
So,
it seems like he's very passionate. Like I
Very
said, just
passionate.
speaking it,
Yeah.
like he's always going to be assertive, and he's yelling. It looks like he's yelling, but you can just tell he's very passionate about what he's saying. He just wants to make sure.
I've learned from him. I ain't gonna say more than I've learned, but I've learned a lot from him, like coaching wise, training wise, even just being a person wise. Like, you know what I mean. Sometimes how you have to hold yourself in certain rooms, stuff like that. Like, you know me, a kid coming from what you want. I'm gonna say Cherry Hill, Pensacola, Camden guy. A kid coming from there. You don't know. I don't know too much. He's been in the league for 9 years. He was in the league for 9 years on 9 unguaranteed contracts. So that should tell you something about a person right there. How hard he's gonna work or whatever. But yeah, I mean, a kid coming from here and then being able to almost go to Madison Square Garden anytime he wants. That's like a different. Yeah, I mean, that's a different type of life, kind of, sort of. So with him being in that light and being in all that, and explaining to me how I need to hold myself sometimes. Yo, don't come up here. Like he always tell me, don't come up here without no haircut or something, man. You know, you gotta look presentable. You gotta do like me. I'll go to a game with no problem. I don't care. Yeah. Oh man, you gotta look presentable. This, that. I mean, I respect it. Like it's not even no like he's telling me what to do or nothing like that. I take it to the point where, I probably need to do this. You never know who you're gonna run into. Like I was in Dallas, we ran into LeBron, we ran into Melo. We talked like, you know what I mean? They know them, so I'm just sitting on the outskirts like, damn, shit crazy. And then it's like, yo, this Jalen Brunson, like, yo, yeah, what's up, man? You know what I mean? So you just never know who you just never know what you'll see when you with, I guess we want to say them type of people or them. So, yeah. If you ever see me with a haircut, just know I'm probably like, yo, he's probably
Rick probably made you go get a haircut. That's funny. So listen, man, I want to talk a little bit. Your relationship with, or I guess what you've seen from the build-up to the Camden High team, right? So like, what seemed like a very quick turnaround from them being like not that great of a team to like national powerhouse.
When you go get the best player in the country, that should turn around everything.
Right.
That should turn around.
Okay. There's that. Yeah, there's that. 100%.
It turns around everything.
But I'm sure you've seen like over the years the changes, right? Like obviously it may start with getting a number one player, right? But like there's more than just that.
I think that goes to Rick's applaud too. Like just instilling discipline. Discipline was a big thing with Camden to me. Like, and this is me outside looking in when I wasn't a coach. So like when they're losing to like Haddonfield and stuff like that in the group, was that group 3 or group 2 finals? I think it was a lot to do with discipline. You know what I mean? Maybe not the lack of respect, or just not the basketball knowledge or something like that. I don't think Camden High should ever lost at Haddonfield. I don't think. But, yeah, when their freshman year, Rick sat them down and this is going to happen, this is how we're going to handle stuff. You know what I mean? And they abide by it, and we only lost 3 games in 3 years, I think it was. Mount Vernon, Calvary Christian, Roman Catholic. Yeah, 3. Oh, and tournament championship 4.
How long was he there?
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
This would be their senior year, all of them. Their senior year. Because
I feel like we were just talking about this, and I was saying how like I felt like my senior year, like my junior year-ish, like Camden High wasn't good.
Well, yeah, I was saying they were good when I was in high school. I think my sophomore, junior, senior year, they were.
They're always good, but it's just like the lack of discipline, like. No, they definitely weren't that. I'm talking about they were always South Jersey good. Because what year did you graduate?
2013.
Is that blocking them?
There was no, that's before them. That's what I'm saying. Like,
right?
It was after that. It was after like Cube and them. It was like after.
Even them came to Pensacola.
It was like
they finished at Pensacola.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was after they were gone. I'm saying like it was like
I can't really.
And then that was when shout out like Tavares came like shortly after, and then that's when that era kind of happened.
Yeah, Tavares and them were good.
Tavares, Brad.
Oh, okay. So that's the one that went to went to Rutgers and never won. I think Brad went 4 years and never won.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they lost to like North East Side, all them schools up there.
Yeah,
Little Will and all them. Yeah. So like I said, they were always good, but I really feel like you have to be like a disciplined ass team to win games like that. Mm-hmm. Like even though like we won Group 2 championship, I think we won by like 60. Last year.
That's
the championship?
We beat
60 points.
Newark Central. We beat Newark Central by between 50 or 60.
That's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, we're
Yeah, y'all are very good.
different
Is there
kids.
is there a mercy rule in high school basketball?
I don't think so. But they're different kids, man. That Camden High team is
Elite.
like, you know, what the kids say, elite. Man.
Yeah.
They different. They different group of kids, man. And they want it, man. That's what I loved about them, man. They always
definitely
wanted
some
it,
dogs.
man. They want it.
That's fire. That's super fire. So you wanted to talk about a little bit some of your relationships within the Camden High team, though, right? Like, so like you working with certain players, you know what I mean? Let's talk a little about that. You can start with whoever, but break down some of the players that you work with.
So the only one I really work with on the team, like to this day, is Sion. Sion Millie is the starting player. He just committed to St. Louis University.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Very good
Very
player.
good player,
Man.
yeah.
Very good player. Defensive minded. You know what I mean?
Very
Not
good
really
point
like
guard.
score first, but he can score it. There's people involved. He's all around good player, man.
I like his game. I've
Definitely
seen
has
him
to
play
get a little
more.
stronger. I mean, he's working on that. I don't know, man. Shoot it better. We're working on that. And yeah, man. One thing that he is. He's a great leader, man. He leads by example, and he leads with a voice. So when you get that double lead, that kind of might sound crazy, but when you get that double lead, like some people like a Kawhi to lead with like
Example,
yeah, like because he doesn't talk much. But when you get that somebody that leads by example and somebody that leads with like the talking and all that, that's great.
That's fire.
But yeah, Sion, Boog, that's my guy, man. Cornelius Robinson, he just committed to Albany, University of Albany.
Tough.
Very,
Shout out.
very electric player, man. Very physical. Can shoot it, can put the ball on the ground. A lot of people don't know. Hopefully they find out this year, but he can shoot it. He can put the ball on the ground. He's kind of all-around player. Rebounds the ball well. Offensive rebounds very well. Who else is over there? Dacier, man. That's my guy right here.
Okay.
Dacier
Okay.
Haskins. That's my man right there.
Haskins.
I want to say about 6'8", 6'9". Definitely can shoot it, can handle. He's more like a point forward. So he's one that you can get rebound. He can rebound and push the ball up the floor himself. Very underrated passer. Yeah, I think he has. I don't think he committed yet. I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't been in the loop too much. I don't think he committed yet though. And I know he has a pretty nice school, DePaul, stuff like that. I know he has some pretty good schools. Hell of a player. What I did, them three. I'm gonna just go through the starting five. Our starting five. Aaron, 7-footer. Fuck around, be 7'1", big motherfucker, man. Love him, man. Hell of a kid. He's the number one center in the country. Committed to Kentucky. Rebounding machine, blocking machine. Like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, bro.
Some of the blocks I seen last year, man, I thought he should have
be
broke the
drunk.
glass on a couple of them things, man.
Wow.
And he finishes everything, man. He dunks everything. So shoots it very well. To be honest, I hope people find that out this year too. Definitely shoots the three well. Actually can handle the ball better than a lot of people. I would like to see him get a rebound and push the ball up the floor too. That'd be interesting. I like A a lot.
Coast to coast.
And the final man is that guy, man, my dog, man.
That guy.
That guy, DJ, man. 100% number one player in the country. No matter what the rankings say, I don't know what they just came back out. I think no matter what they say, best. But like besides basketball, man, DJ is the best kid, man. Like I don't know if I ever had a son, man, I would want like DJ's like the perfect kid, man. Good grades, very manful, anything, man. But on the court, just turns into that dog, and that's what you need. You know what I mean? That's what you need. You know, everybody knows he can shoot it. He can finish it. He can I mean, I ain't going to keep on it. He can do everything.
Right,
DJ can do
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah. And he's a very underrated defender. A lot of people don't know
Yeah,
that
I
he can
agree.
defend. He's a very underrated defender. Like, on-ball defender. So, yeah, man, sky's the limits for them, man. Shout out Malik. Malik Wayne's got the coaching job. I think that just came out.
Tough.
So shout out Leak.
Shout out.
I think I saw it at NJ.com, I'm pretty sure. But shout out Leak, and I mean, I just hope the best for him, man. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'll be at some games for sure.
What's one of the better matchups you've seen with DJ?
I've seen personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, DJ kills everybody, man. DJ.
I'm saying like a good one though, like maybe like a good back and forth.
So I mean, we can go to the one that everybody like was hype about. You know, the one when we played Brownie. That was a good one. Until DJ dropped him like that. DJ hit him with that.
Oh yeah, man.
DJ hit him with that behind the back, man. And yeah, but Sierra Kane was a good team, man. They were good. See, I don't want to say anything negative. I didn't like the coaching style too often, but that's not. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were a solid team. They had Amari Bailey at the time. He was the number 2 player in the country. He was going to
UCLA,
he goes to UCLA.
Right?
Yeah, but yeah, that game was rocking, man.
Wow.
You know, when DJ dropped him, I think that was the.
That's tough.
That was the one, man. That was
a
tough.
put it
defining
in
moment.
stone. Yeah,
that was a defining
sure.
moment.
That was
yeah.
tough.
And just speak on Bronny a little bit. What you think about him? Obviously, like you said, the matchup was big. But just talk about what you saw when they played, and then that obviously.
So with Bronny, like when we played Bronny, was it last year, 2 years ago, whatever it was, he was good. He was good. He was solid. Like he defended well, made threes. I mean, form and everything was great. But now, I just think he's a holder. Like he's like 10 times better now. Yeah, he's good. Like he's good. Shooting the shit out the ball. He defends the shit out the ball.
Yeah.
He's athletic as shit. So it's like I don't know. Like I just feel like that's 2 different Bronnies right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that Bronny that we played, he was already athletic, but not like he's doing now. I don't know what his dad and them is doing. I don't know what and then his other brother fucking
Oh,
there,
yeah,
6'11".
Bryce?
Yeah, he's fucking
Bryce
10 years
hard,
old,
too.
6'11". Hey, this is crazy. So I don't know what they feeding him over there, but yeah, Bronny, no, I mean, regardless of the rankings and everything, like I said, I think he's a top 25 player. I don't know if he is. I haven't looked at the rankings in a while. I don't really care for rankings too much. So, yeah, I think he should be up there somewhere, though. He's good. Yeah, he's good.
So, talk about some of your favorite NBA players to work with.
Or even just go pro players, period. Because I know you got like a pretty wide catalog, aside from like NBA, but like even a couple overseas players. Just talk about some of your favorites.
Oh, just some of my favorite to work with? Yeah. I'll leave Jay for last. We talked about Jay for a little bit. Ron.
Okay.
Ron Curry.
Shout out Ron Curry, man.
Shout out Paul Six.
That's my dog, man.
Okay.
You getting that money, cause
Word.
that's my dog. Ron is special to work with because Ron is special to work with because Ron asks a lot of questions, and like to get it'll be like the same answer. Like he'll ask me a question and then ask me a question in a different way. It's like you motherfucker, you get the same answer. Like you fuck you think I'm slacking on my pimping and stuff, motherfucker. You gonna get the same answer.
Yeah.
But like he asks his questions just to get better, man. And I've had Ron for I'm not sure exactly how many years. I want to say about three maybe 4, 3 though. And yeah, he was a blessing to see get better and better, man. And then you watch some of I can't really watch his games, but you watch some of the clips he puts up.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, we was doing that. And then he'll send me some like, yo, shit, this shit really worked. I'm like, motherfucker.
What you think we doing it for?
Yeah, you think I'm just out here? Hey, think I'm making funny money?
Right.
Ron is one for sure. Sion's another one. I like people that just like to work, man.
Yeah.
Like, cause and my training sessions are different from a lot of people's, because like I'm not gonna say other people don't work, but you're really gonna work in mine, and you're gonna do a lot of that. Like so I pride myself on having kids in shape. Like being in shape is a difference between you averaging 30 and you being able to get 40. Like it's a lot of when I was in high school, it was one game where I had 40 against Northwest Prep. And our record was Al, my cousin, shout out Al. Al's record was, I think it's 45, 46 or whatever. And it was like 5 minutes left in the game. I had 40. And shout out Coach Bird, Wild Bird. He's sitting on he's our assistant coach. He's like, yo, you only need 6 points. So I'm like, all right, bet. I take 2 steps over half court shoot. I'm like, damn. And then, but like, I just didn't have the win.
Right.
Like, I'm like, and then shout out Coach Dunn too. Dunn was my coach. Dunn was like, yo, because we're blowing him out. He's like, yo, I'm taking you out around that 2-minute mark. Okay. So he's like, yo, you got about 3-4 minutes to try to get to 6 points. And he's like, I just couldn't get over the fucking hump. I couldn't get it. I think I ended with 42. And I'm like, I'm like, I did all this. So like having those legs would be the difference between, like, if I had those legs, I probably got 60. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That, well, Sion's another one. I have a shout out him, man. He gonna be very happy. I gotta send him this clip. His name's Wayne. Real little kid, 7th grade. And I think he's the best. I think he's the next one.
Word.
Yeah, I think he's the next one. He has everything now.
Okay.
So the only thing you don't want to spoil that. Like, you never want somebody to be too good too early. Okay, you know what I mean? Where they can't really, like, you always can learn, but they can't really, what they call, like I thought Mikey did that. Like Mikey Williams.
Oh,
I thought he hit his, like, he just maxed out too fast. You don't want nobody to max out too fast.
Right.
So, but I just think he has everything, man.
How long have you had him?
4 years.
Fine. And he in 7th grade now?
He was like a pup. Shout out to him, man. That's my guy. Yeah, them three. I have a shit ton. Len Greer is good. Like Len, that's my boy. He's over at St. Jude's. Another kid, Andrew Ball. He's at Monmouth. I'm only doing like college players and stuff like that right now. Block is always good. He played the receiver a little bit. He ain't really playing basketball right now, but Block is always good to have in the gym. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, man. Yeah. But NBA players definitely Jay is everything. Jay, but so like with Jay, with my NBA, like before I really had Jay, like just Jay, if you get what I mean. Mm-hmm. Like he would bring in like, so I worked out like Harrison Barnes. When Jay was a rookie or a second, he was on Dallas. What year was that? Yeah. So I worked out like Harrison Barnes. He'll bring people down. Last year I had Maxi Kleber.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Maxi Kleber. If you ever see an interview, Jalen, Maxi Kleber took a pump fake 1-dribble pull up. He never does that. And Jay was like, yeah, he was Jersey Shore workouts. So we always go down to Ocean City and work out because he has a house in Ocean City. Mm-hmm. So we go work out in Ocean City. And seeing him do that, it was amazing. I'm like, yo, you never pump fake 1-dribble pull up. So I was breaking down to Maxi that. I'm like, yo, all you do is shoot threes. So when somebody drives and kicks to you, what is that person doing? He's just sprinting at you. So if you just pump fake and 1-dribble pull up, you'll be like, you know what I mean? That'd be a wide open shot for you. And we worked on it. I think he was out there for like 2 weeks. We worked done, and then he did it in the game. I'm like, oh shit.
That's fire.
In the interview, Jay was like, yeah, Jersey Shore workouts. So you could have shouted me out, but it's
right. Damn, you couldn't say the name.
Right. Like Jersey Shore workouts, but it's all love. Yeah, other than yeah, man. Obi, that's my guy. Obi Toppin plays for the Knicks. I'm gonna tell you somebody to look out for. 2 people that I've worked out. Chris Duarte plays for the Indiana Pacers.
He's tough,
Very, very good. Shout out Chris. And Devin Vassell.
Yo, Spurs, right? He get to a fucking bucket. Yo, he is elite.
Yes. Dev
he a bucket.
Game.
Okay.
Dev, shout out to you, man. You hit my parlay the other day, man. Shout out. Plus 275, 22 in the win. I forgot who they
my boy, shout out Dev.
Man. Yeah. So them 2, like I've worked both of them out, but them 2 are like you know what I mean? As a trainer, you can see it's like, yo, these motherfuckers got game. Under the radar. Very under the radar. But these motherfuckers got game. And it's starting to show. Like, I mean, Chris had a big, I think he's hurt right now, but Chris had a big night. I mean, it might have been like 2 weeks ago. Like I said, Dev had 22 2 nights ago when I hit that parlay. So he had 22 2 nights ago. But shout out them, man. Yeah,
got some clientele. Miles, you got Miles. He had 50 the other day.
Oh, Miles, that's my dog too.
That's why I had 50 the other day. He caught a hoop, right?
I just put him on my page.
Miles,
Miles Powell.
Oh shit!
Shout out Miles.
Oh, he's a fucking
he a basket. He cooked
in
high school,
my
but it's
God,
cool.
Walking bucket, man.
Yeah.
Walking bucket.
He's wild.
Yeah. Shout out Miles. I can't believe I almost forgot Miles. I just put he on my page, my story right now. Yeah,
that boy is shooter.
But yeah, and then I have a couple under the sleeve this summer. I've been talking to a couple people. Maybe I got to come back during the summer and break that. I can't give you that information right now, but it's some
heads coming through.
Some big names too, man.
Okay,
that's fine.
Names, man.
Talk to it.
Maybe I can if I do come back and bring maybe one with me.
Oh, hey
You
man,
know,
hey
like,
man.
you just get in the camera one time, you.
Man, show
talk
love,
about it.
yeah, man.
facts,
Yes, sir.
facts, definitely.
But yeah, this summer is gonna be big for me. It's gonna be real big.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, bro.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
major. That's
Appreciate it,
major, bro.
appreciate it.
That's major.
And then you touched on it a little bit in the beginning. I just want to talk about fatherhood, how that's like brought out maybe a new
Love of my
person
life,
and
man.
evolved you a little bit.
Yeah,
Talk
no,
about it.
so I would say it evolved me more. Like I was already like working on myself, just trying to be better, man.
Yeah.
Like just better as a person, better as a friend, better as a boyfriend, better as like anything I could be better at. I was just trying to be better at. So when my daughter came, it gave me a different like look from my girlfriend. It's like when you watch that, and then like how strong they are, you know what I mean, and it's like damn. And now, all you hear is I don't get too much sleep. You know what I mean? But she's like right now, my daughter is like 2 months. It's about to be 3 months. But she's starting to catch a schedule. So and I'm like, you know what I mean, I'm hip to the schedule.
Okay.
So like she'll go to bed like 9:30, 10, but she's up 3:30. So my body is kind of like, and my day starts at around 5:30.
Okay, so that's
I work people out starting at 6 a.m. usually. So what I try to do is, well, to be honest with you, I don't sleep. Sitting here thinking about it, I don't sleep at all. Because I watch so much basketball. Okay. So, you know, that late game that comes on at like 10:30, usually doesn't go off until like 1.
Yeah.
I got shower. I usually probably get like an hour and a half. She'll get up. Sometimes my girl like lets me live. Like, yo, listen, I got it. Get some sleep, whatever. But if I got to get up, give her a bottle, whatever, 3:30 to about, she'll go to sleep about 4:30, another hour. And then I probably got like another hour of sleep. And then I'm up. I'm like high off life though, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just trying to make it, man.
Yeah.
When you have something like that, man, your grind just becomes different. It's like I didn't grow up with everything. I didn't grow up piss poor, not at all. But I didn't grow up with everything that you would want. But you want, like I want her to have everything that she wants. I don't want her to be spoiled or nothing like that because like, you know, excuse me, but spoiled women are a little different. So
that's a fact.
But yeah, I just don't want her to want for anything. So I'd rather get up and fuck sleep, fuck all that, fuck drinking with the homies, fuck all that. If I gotta get to it, I gotta get to it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So.
And we know, and the payoff is coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the payoff is coming. Yeah.
On his way. That's what, yo, man, I'm trying to tell you, yo. So I talk, like I said, I can't tell you who I talked to, but I talked to so many people, and it's just like, yo, like, and the people just like, yo, man, like, it's on as what, like, it was, your name is around, like, your name's this, your name's that, and I'm like, bro, like, whenever God wants it, for real, that's kind of how I always played it. Like, whenever God feels it's my time to step into that light, I'm gonna be the fuck ready. Like, you know what I mean? I'm on this like little cleanse thing now. I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight because I just ain't trying to be on cameras all fat and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to prepare myself in the best way I can. You know what I mean? So when that light comes, I don't even have to. I don't got to do nothing.
Just
I don't
keep
got,
doing
oh
what
shit,
you
I
do.
gotta learn
You
this.
gotta get it
Like,
cut.
I talk to Rick often about like even how the NBA works, like how this coaching shit works in the NBA, like just so I can already be knowledgeable. If I walk into a NBA team, I can already like they don't have to explain too much to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean that's the biggest goal is to like I just want to like I kind of want to do it just for I don't want to say just to say I did it, but like I only want to do it for like 2 years. I really want to train. Like give me like a brick like how Brickley is. You know what I mean? If I can find a way to get my own gym and then just have pros.
Funneling through, right you get
like
runs,
something like. But you know what the problem is with the East Coast? Like Berkeley has it great because he's in New York. Don't nobody want to come to Jersey. What you going to do in Jersey? Like most of these kids, Damn, I said kids. Most of the NBA players want to go places where they can just go. They can go have fun. I can go to Rico in UCLA. I'm in LA. I can go get my workout in. I can go lift. I can do whatever I got to do. I can go back to my whatever. If you bought a house, whatever you did, you're in a hotel. I can go shower. And then I can go hit the muff. I can go hit any bar. I can go hit any club. I'm in LA. What they gonna go to Vera? You know what I mean? Like they come down here, like, you know what I mean? They come down here, and then it's like, I mean, they go to Philly, but it's like, and then when you were Brickley, you're in New York. So I can go work out, I can go play. He has them great runs. I can go play, boom, boom. I can go back shower, and now I'm in New York. I can go get me a driver, and I'm out in the city. You know what I mean? Come here, you gotta go to Pensacola High game. Hey, yo, let's go to Pensacola High football game.
You gonna go to Bear?
That's what most of them wanted, like especially during the summer. Like they want to enjoy their time off. Yeah. So it's tough to be in Jersey and still pull this off, kind of, sort of. Like with Jalen, he has a house in Ocean City. So now you're at the beach. So if you're at the beach, maybe you can do something at the beach. Yeah. I don't know. Jay likes the beach. Jay likes his thong slippers and shit. Do all that shit. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of tough in Jersey, though.
Well, listen, man, you talked about some of the names you can't drop, unfortunately, but is there anything else that people should be on the lookout for? You said something about merch. I don't know if you're
joking. Oh, yeah, I got some merch coming out. Dave Williams workout shirts. Make it translate on the back. More than likely, though, I'm trying to get this Nike package, so it'll be Nike shirts. So you're going to have to pay your way because it's going to be a Nike shirt.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm thinking about hoodies, maybe just like a sweatsuit, just like one sweatsuit. I'm not really big on the whole merch situation, but a lot of people always ask me for it. Like I was thinking about basketball shorts or something like that, but a lot of people always want to, like, oh, I work out with you, so I want to tell people I work out with you so I can wear a shirt or something. I did one round, they sold out in They sold out in like a day, but I just never brought them back. So, yeah, I mean, merch, and, I mean, if you're watching this, you need to work out. I'm taking new clients right now because I'm not coaching this year, so I'm, like, free right now. So this would be the best time to get with me if you wanted to get with me. But, yeah, man, I mean, no hate against nobody else. You work out with anybody. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not that trainer. Don't go to that person that do that. Nah, I'm not that guy. I feel like you can go get information from different people, but my biggest thing, like I said in the beginning, is just make it translate, man. Whatever you do, just translate it to your game, man. That's it. Wow. And if you getting I know a lot of good trainers that are out there, but if it's not translating to your game, it's worthless for real. So, yeah, man.
Hey, man.
There it is.
Shout out to everybody that didn't know. I'm really from Cherry Hill.
You claiming it. You claiming it. I'm from Cherry Hill.
That's a lot.
I mean, if I claim anything, I would claim Pensacola because that really birthed me. You know what I mean? See, and we get back to that. It's hard, man, because it's like, because Camden did a lot for me too, man. Like being out, like I was only in East Camden, so like being out east and all them that I know out there, man, love all them. Shout out to them, but it's like I just got the rough nature. Like we used to play throwback and run on cement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We used to play tackle on cement. Yeah. And you go home all scratched up, and you're not like I ain't no hoe. You know what I mean? I ain't no hoe. So it's like, you know what I mean? When I play on grass and when I was playing in PY, getting tackled, you know, some people like that.
Shit was light.
Shit was like, damn, it's grass. It's great. Yeah. Yes, I got grass. So, like, I love Camden for the toughness, and thank you, Pensacola, for you know what I mean, adopting me basically. You know what I mean? And thank you, Cherry Hill, for holding me down.
Type shit. Type shit.
You know what I mean?
Type shit.
You know what I mean?
There it is.
Shout out Pensacola High, though, man. For sure. Shout out them.
Yeah, shout out Pensacola.
We in there, 1,000-point scorers is up there. I got the assist record.
I was going to ask you if you got a stack in Pensacola.
Yeah, 2.5 years.
You got a stack in 2.5 years?
Yeah, so I went to Bishop Eustace my freshman year, so I didn't play my freshman year. And my points from Bishop Eustace never went over because I played varsity as a freshman at Bishop Eustace. So my points never went over. Sophomore year, I played the whole year. My junior year, I was ineligible. The first half of the season. And then I played, you know, when you're grade, you got to get for that cutoff date. And then I played the half, and then I played my whole senior.
That is
a basket.
That's that JJ shit.
A basket.
That's that J shit.
A lot of buckets, man. I averaged 20 my sophomore year. I want to say about like 14 my junior year, and then like 25 my senior, 24, 25, something like that.
Started and ended senior year with 30.
That is
Started
nuts.
and ended it.
That's probably something similar to what I did too. But nah, man, listen. One time for your host, Dave. Bro, we appreciate you coming, bro.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, bro, we appreciate the gems, the knowledge, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely
man, we wish
appreciate bro.
we wish you truly the highest, bro, in what you got coming,
I
bro.
appreciate it.
I'm very proud of what you're doing for the home base, man.
Yeah, we looking forward to it. Again.
Sure.
Oh, one more thing. What are we in? We're about to be in one. I'm trying to do a clinic for Pensacola. So I'm in the talks. I want to try to get Pensacola High if I can. I just want to do a free one. This summer, this is the camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Summer, try to do one free, and I'm going to try to bring as many NBA players as I can. So
Fire.
I really want to try to do one if I can do Westfield Courts.
Oh,
I want to
that
go
would be
outside so I can go get a
freaky.
DJ and all that.
Yeah,
We can
yeah,
just
yeah.
have it just like a day. You know what I mean? I can have a day. And I don't know how much the city would charge me because the city's crazy, but listen, city, man, my pockets ain't. Come on, man.
It's been talking nuts with that kind of stuff?
I'm not sure. I've never tried anything in Pennsylvania.
Nah,
so,
you should be all right.
Yeah,
Talk to me. I used to work for a park and rec. So
okay. So,
Rap team.
truthfully, not Pensacola High. I would rather do like the Westfield Courts.
yeah.
Do Westfield Courts, and I can do like just a little clinic, have them out there, get shirts for everybody, have a DJ, maybe even get some free food, get some sponsors, and try to give back to Pensacola, man.
Yeah, I see.
That's where I'm at now. Like I'm in like the give back stage. Just wanna kids. It's not the same anymore, man. Kids don't play outside no more. Like I used to live at the basketball court. I used to stay at the basketball court for like 7-8 hours. Basketball courts are dry now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Everybody in front of a TV
So,
screen or something.
You don't even see kids on jungle gyms. Ain't no tag. Ain't no like, ain't nothing. Ain't nobody
Cops
playing
and robbers,
manhunt.
nothing.
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
like. We used to play suicide. on the
Yeah,
wall, like-
everything.
so, I just want to get kids outside, man. Get them off of devices for a little bit. PlayStation 5 down for a minute. You know what I mean?
facts.
They can- so if I can do that, I really want to do it twice. But if I can just do it once, it's fine. I mean, we can stay connected on that. And yeah, I can get some players out there. We can sign some autographs, take some pictures. I can put on a little free little clinic. I can get some other trainers out there to help me out. And that's a big thing that I wanted to do just for Pensacola, for real, if I could. And get some shirts made in Pensacola High colors. You know what I mean?
That'd be hard.
And yeah, man. Shit, if I can do this, man, y'all should do a live joint outside.
Yeah, no, that's
Hey,
fine.
man, we
fucking
with
with
all that.
That'd be tough, man. We
I'm
gotta
with
stay-
all that.
To
We
the
gotta
building anyway.
Stay
to the-
connected in that.
Indeed.
Y'all can do a live joint from the joint, and then whatever players I can get out here, I can try to get them. Maybe just spit a couple words for them right here.
Indeed.
And yeah, man.
That would be
If
beautiful,
if
bro.
I can help out in any way, just let me know.
And
Yeah,
likewise,
same
if we can
here,
help
same
out in
here.
any way,
Yeah,
yeah,
facts, facts,
absolutely.
Like, damn sure, I'll call motherfuckers for
Word.
sure.
We got you.
Absolutely.
We got you.
Hell yeah. Listen, man, it's been another great one.
Indeed.
It's been another great one. Dave, do you want to plug where they can find you on Instagram or
Oh,
all that
at
stuff?
DWW_5. That's Instagram. And it's crazy because I made this Instagram tag, right? All right. So nobody knows this either. I don't give a fuck. I'm old now. My middle name is Walter. So it's Dave Walter Williams, right? Well, David Walter Williams.
Yeah.
And that's what I made my tag as. And then it comes out Dave Williams Workouts. So it's like I didn't even think about that.
Hey.
And people were like, "Yo, you did that for that?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it."
Yeah.
Like, now I did it for that.
Hey,
Yeah.
make it translate.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
so it was
There
like
you
I
go.
didn't think about that. I made that for like my name.
It's fire.
Tough.
Yeah, it comes out to be that. So
That's tough.
DWW_5.
5_5.
Indeed.
Follow me.
Listen, man. One time for your amazing host. My name is Steven. I go by Ugly Steven on Instagram.
It's your boy I Robinson03_ all platforms, y'all.
And a special shout out to Vintage Sense 2_ and OG_Bs_ behind the camera. Until next time, y'all.
Shout out the gang.
It is this Side of Jersey podcast.
Appreciate y'all.